Hi, I'm Skylar. Welcome to AgamidCG, and today we're going to walk through my full process and how I set up Chitubox for my resin prints and add supports. Alright, so here's how I prep my models in Chitubox. First, you want to bring in your models and scale it up to the size that you want. Orientation is really important, so angle the model so that detailed areas like the face are pointing away from the build plate. This reduces the need for support on those really high detailed zones. So now we want to hollow out the model. I typically don't use infill, some people do. Then you want to add drain holes in spots that aren't too visible. These are going to be crucial for letting resin escape and for reducing suction when the model is pulling off of the plate. And never place holes in the face or other detailed areas. If uncured resin gets trapped there, it can leak out during curing and mess up your print. You'll end up with a puddle for a face. Next, we want to slice the model, so go to single slice view and run island detection. Then we want to go back to the supports tab to manually add supports for the first islands that it shows. Click on each island to locate and then switch back to the support tool and place the support there. It's really a rinse and repeat of this process. Delete any islands that are just a few pixels. If it looks like a real shape, like a small circle or a clump, just support it. This step can take around 30 minutes, but it's totally worth it to get a clean print with fewer issues and way less resin wasted. Don't hesitate to add a few extra supports if something looks unstable. Use the target icon to highlight problem areas or the magnifying glass to zoom in. Unfortunately, most of the time is spent waiting for slicing and island checks. As you get used to it, you can scrub through the layers and spot islands manually. At this stage, just focus on island cleanup. You don't have to worry about anything else yet. I usually start with heavy supports with my custom settings. If you start to notice a lot of small pixels across many layers, you can ignore them for now and just focus on the larger areas. Once you're left with only tiny pixel islands, keep clicking delete all islands and refresh until Chitubox says there are no more. Now is a good time to save because Chitubox can crash. Damn it. I first reinforce all the key contact points with heavy supports, and then I will switch it to light supports for outer or higher areas that need just a bit more help. You'll end up with a nice hollowed model with good drainage. Now, even with all this prep, something might slip by. For example, in my test print, everything else came out great except for a little spot on the foot. But now I know to add a couple more supports on that little spot on the next one. As a bonus step, sometimes I just auto add light supports with a decent distance between them. That way I cover all of my bases and I reduce the amount of sagging between supports. This process has been great for me, and if you're an Elecmon fan, well, I'm throwing this model up on my website, so check it out at AgamidCG.com/3D printing. And I absolutely hate throwing away resin, so if you want one of these guys that didn't come out quite perfect, comment and subscribe and I might just send it your way. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped somebody, and I'll catch you in the next one.